So this afternoon it was Dobwalls 0, Penzance 3. Joining us for the interview today is head coach James and Ewan Trevains. Matt, we were a bit short this afternoon, so we've got to be pleased with that result, really.
Yeah, for sure. I think you look at Archie had his award recently with 100 games being brilliant for him, and JT coming to the side this year being two solid players that you almost put down within one of the first names. You guarantee they're going to be here. Their commitment's been brilliant. So there was a little bit of jiggling around today. Players coming in, players that again we can rely on. Cheesy's always saying that we've got a really solid bench. And players are fighting to get into the team. So really nice, I think, for Rowan. He's been really patient, and we've got a lot of respect for him, biding his time, and a good opportunity today, and did really well coming into the side. Obviously Hayden coming back from cricket more regularly now, here on the bench as well, which was ideal to get him some minutes, and Wadey doing really well on the pitch as well. But overall, I think we've got a really good collection and a really good squad, so it doesn't really matter who we've got, as long as we've got the 16, we know we'll do a good job.
Mm-hmm, certainly, and a bit of that jiggling about that Matt refers to you and was moving you to right back. Have you played there before?
In pre-season, Cheesy and Matt played me right back. I did enjoy it. I thought I'd played well there, especially against Mousel. It was a tough game, but it was enjoyable to play right back. This season, I've been playing right wing back a few times, so it's a bit like it. But this, I think, was the first time I probably started at right back from the first minute. I think last game I played last 20-30 minutes right back. There might have been a plan to get me on right back today, but it was good, it was enjoyable. A lot tougher though, up and down quite a lot, very tiring there.
Mm-hmm. And of course, to make it more confusing, we switched formation during the match, didn't we? How difficult is that to manage?
Yeah, well, normally it's we can get on with it well. Like, we have moved from a 4 to a back 3, but then we had shuffles of Youngie coming back, who did really well in centre back. I felt very comfortable with him there. But then when Lewis came off, you put Alfie Turner up top, and then he did a massive shift for us, did really well. But it is very difficult, especially with players playing out of position. But it was good. I feel like we dealt with it well. As soon as we got settled, I think we looked quite comfortable out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we certainly settled very quickly. Matt, the early goal was beneficial, wasn't it, to settle nerves?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the attitude that we've got going into these games now is not that it's going to be easy. It is a case that we've got to work hard, and we've really tried hard to push that into the players this year. You think of the progression of, say, for me, over these last 3 years, we have games where we should have got at least a draw, come away with losses. Last year we mentioned a lot about the draws where we were in winning positions. And now this season, what's really good is we're coming up against these teams and we're doing a job, and a good job on them, and we're continuously pushing. I think you saw probably at half-time with the Truro game that we hit 4 and then we settled, and we demanded more for the second half, and it was the same again here. We got to 2, I think we felt like we were doing comfortably, and we were okay with that. But the players coming in at half-time knew that just because we got an early goal, and a second one that backed it up, wasn't the game done. And they're all coming in here going, we need more, we can do better, and that's great, and that's the attitude we want from our players now, because it's the winning mentality that's going to see us higher up the league.
Mm-hmm. And Achilles' heel really has been for a while scoring goals, but suddenly that's the last 4 games we've hit 3 on 3 occasions and 11 on the other occasion. How come we're suddenly finding the back of the net so much?
I think it's been something we've worked on through pre-season this year, and although it didn't maybe click straight away, you look back at the Wendron game where we had many chances but couldn't score. I kept saying to a lot of players, like, you get in the right positions, eventually you'll get used to being in those areas, more comfortable at dealing with shots that are at awkward angles. But we're working so hard now that the second we win it, we're looking to break. We're not, whereas maybe last year we'd look to be happy in possession and a bit passive at times. We're being much more direct, getting bodies into the box, breaking with numbers, creating overloads. I think that's creating and generating that success. You look at the players we've brought in as well. Mags has obviously given us a big hand in terms of the the addition that he can give going forwards. But ultimately, everyone's just working hard to back themselves in front of the goal.
Ewan, clean sheet, you're playing at the back, you've got to be satisfied with that, and Harry's got to be pleased as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think coming into the game, one of the things we definitely wanted was a clean sheet. In the last few games, like against Truro, we really probably should have had a clean sheet. The clean sheet's massive, obviously. Just getting that comfortable at the back. I think we've been very comfortable at the back recently. Maybe a bit unlucky on a few silly mistakes to not get a clean sheet. But all of us in the back 4, or eventually back 3, and Harry as well, done really well. Great save in the second half, but really very pleased to keep clean sheet.
Absolutely. So the players that are missing today, how long are they going to be out for?
So, I mean, I think Archie and JT that I mentioned earlier will only really be out until the next game. I don't think they're away for too much longer. Unfortunately, James, I'm quite game to game, so I know about today. I've not really spoken too much about looking forward. I think we've got a bit of a break now until the next game anyway, so I'd imagine the players are taking advantage of that small break. But yeah, I don't think they'll be out too long. Obviously, we had quite a few injuries today as well towards the end stages of the game. I'd like to think they're small niggles and not long-term injuries. Players will potentially get a little bit of a rest just to make sure that we get that recovery, but ultimately we want to keep this momentum going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shin injury, wasn't it, for Owen? I think he played for Argyle in the week away to Bournemouth, so I think he's got quite a heavy workload.
Yeah, and it's something we've got to keep an eye on as well. We train twice a week, and although that helps us in terms of our fitness and pushing players on, we need to utilise, maybe taking our foot off the gas with maybe one session for some players just to make sure they're fit enough for the matches, which is the most important thing.
So yeah, it's a Saturday off next Saturday. So the next game is Tuesday week against Falmouth. So you'll still train twice this week, I guess. Next Saturday?
Normally, we look to get an extra run done by the players.
Okay.
We look to push on and keep that fitness and maintain it. But ultimately, we're also trying to build a better sort of squad social between us this year. We've drawn in a lot of fines. Players might not be too happy about that, but ultimately the end goal is to have more of a social and more of an enjoyment through the season outside of the football as well. So there's potential for us to get something going there as well, and just keep the momentum going through social and the football.
And talking of social, we've had a couple of coach trips so far this season, but this is the first one on the train. Did you enjoy the choo-choo ride up? Ewan?
Yeah, it was a very enjoyable ride up. It's just nice all of us to get together, just talking like aside from the football, so we're not always focused on it. I think we always do prefer a coach journey. You've got a lot of people singing, like Matt will sing, I will sing, but the train journey is nice, not as long like the 3 hours to Wellington. Definitely more enjoyable on the train.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm not sure if what's right. The train's going from Liskeard. It's going to be a taxi back to Liskeard and then the train. So go and get yourselves a drink before then, and thank you ever so much and well done today.
Cheers. Thanks,
Thank you.
James.